Hello everyone, I am Gander, and we are coming back for Game 2 of the Round of 4 series between Clueless and Counter Argument Kills Efficiency, which is abbreviated CAKE. And I'm going to let the players handle the pick and ban phase, and then I will commentate over the game.
NorCal, and SoCal doesn't have a good Vega. If like a good Vega comes to NorCal, he could body people because no one in SoCal has like there's no Zeus equivalent.
If they talk about bans at all,
does this game have online matchmaking? Why is the fact that they're just in California matter?
It's a fighting game, so you don't really want to be like online is lag city.
You just can't deal with the latency.
Yeah, latency is huge online, and people have to play differently offline.
Online Street Fighter fucks up your offline Street Fighter game. Confirmed.
there's the man.
Wow, that Irrel game talk.
To Heaps playing an immaculate brand for the past 2 games. Must give credit when credit is
no, Pablo, don't get me wrong. That first game was terrible. I played terribly that last.
Look, as long as you don't give up kills, it's immaculate.
Is it time for the brand proxy that is Syndra?
I get to learn Syndra again.
No, if I'm playing Syndra, if Syndra's being picked.
No, I'm playing the Syndra. All you guys.
Are you kidding? I've played way more Syndra games than either of you in like the last week or two.
Okay, I haven't played a Syndra game in the last forever ago. I still haven't forgot how to play Syndra.
What if we pick Syndra and Morgana?
Well,
why you do this? Wolfer, why you do this to me? Why would you do this?
That's the team comp we need.
I think you need to stop talking. When you're trying to.
I think Aparkhurst is like fuck Morgana, like Micros was like fuck Annie at this point.
Well, Syndra's out. That's a Talon.
Yo.
Give me the bird is the word.
And I'll take care of the Talon.
The bird is the word.
Not that bird,
no.
you nerd.
The other bird. I got it, Papa. It's all
Are we really first picking that?
Yes.
Guys,
what else are we taking?
What
What are we taking with it?
Jarvan? I don't know.
Jarvan. No, Jarvan.
Oh, Jarvan sounds pretty
Jarvan.
I'll be playing the Citrani. Then
by my will.
Shut down this.
I might play the
Shall
Jarvan
be
party,
finished.
depending on how we flip this around.
It depends. Yeah, it
I
depends.
thought
What
Hayes
else
was
we're
playing the
playing.
bird. Hey, if you're playing the bird, right?
I play Roa Athene's bird. I mean, I can play Roa Seraph's bird. Like it's a thing I can do, but I don't know how to play against Talon.
My bird is not super polished. Bird
Okay,
is...
so looks like I'll be playing my Roa Athene's bird. Gotcha.
Dave actually plays that shit on his
Don't die
bird
to
all
the
the time.
Is this real? Is this really champ select? I'm concerned, guys.
What this
I
means
prefer to
is
get Parky and
movement.
AV tank and go like Talon Ahri hunting on Jarvan. I haven't done that in tournament in forever in a day.
I like it. You are aware of the Jarvan map specific nerfs, right?
He
Where was?
doesn't really affect his play that much. You deal slightly less damage.
What do you mean, am I aware of Jarvan nerfs? Are you out of your mind?
I was talking to Popples.
Oh, no, of course Popples will too. We all discuss the patch notes whenever they happen. Janna's a weird pick.
That's a dick pick.
Is it time for some Talon?
Well,
Or
I still
who?
pick Morgana.
Ops gunner with Talon.
They are playing another carry with that, though. I'm almost entirely certain. So they're going to have no frontliner tank, so we need to exploit that.
If I can believe in Parkhurst to play Jarvan, I kind of want to just play Cassie.
I don't...
I can be a front tank. with
Cassio's
Citrani.
better when she can just chip away at a front line. I don't know how she's going to be against just a bunch of carries.
play
I can
bot.
Yeah,
handle those
Cassio's better
champions
against
like
the
that. But she has all the zoning tools to fight range.
Can either play this or Pantheon. Or Rank.
Popples.
That's fine.
Champion.
You pick some of the popples?
That's fine. I don't really mind that much. I'm just throwing out injections because it's what I do.
Yeah, that's the one reason I like having you on board. Actually, how would Veigar have been in this game?
Terrible.
No. No.
Come on, I like Veigar.
Aw.
Like, Veigar, you build a late game comp around Veigar. Or a catch comp, and this is not a catch comp.
Fair enough. I just figured that he'd do rude things to like Ahri+Janna.
Not really.
And Talon
Veigar
kind of
can't go
both.
up to an Ahri though,
Yeah.
and Janna gives no fucks.
Neither of those champions are
Yeah.
low range enough.
Vayne is
Told you there'd be another carry.
Fine, he only plays low range carries. Like, whatever carry he plays
It's a
is
bot
big
lane
impact.
Vayne, right?
Yes, it's a bot lane thing.
could be a bot lane
Has to
Ahri.
be.
Leona+Vayne, what are they thinking?
Actually, could be a bot lane.
They're thinking their Vayne is gonna carry. I'm one murder.
I don't understand what they're doing. This makes no sense to me.
It's probably Janna, Leona, Talon, Vayne, top, Ahri, bottom. In my opinion, I think that's what they run.
Played this once versus Vayne in solo queue game, and it destroyed Vayne.
You're not gonna be able to handle a Talon gank or even a Leona gank.
Yeah,
for
and
that?
then they send Talon bot and you cry.
Yeah, they send anyone bot and you're pretty much fucked.
We also
Right,
don't. Well,
right.
I guess we have five.
Like that team call makes sense if the Talon goes bot.
Well, Ahri's a good matchup against Talon, Ahri's Vayne, so I approve of this message from Wolf.
I think I have to play less team-oriented. I don't really have an AD to go with. The double AD bruiser is fine, but it means
Trying to
both
show
bruisers do their
everybody
own
the
thing.
power of Cassio once again.
And I don't think I buy...
Good luck not getting wrecked like a Talon.
The alternative.
Talon
being
can't
just
play Cassio. Do you know how strong you realize it?
Oh my god, fucking
I think
Ro4.
I'm rushing Vision.
Like, I built guys
sucks.
Rylai's on my Cassio. 100 AP is like, ah. I'll never yell at Hafe anymore if he builds that item, but he does it.
Oh, I was getting it last game. I was in the process of getting it. I was 1,040 gold off of finishing my rise.
Also though, if you really want to be a dick, and if they don't have MR up the ass, you can actually go roll Athene's Rylai's on the bird. But that's specifically if they don't have magic resistance.
Nah,
Leon will have MR.
I don't.
He'll have MR. You'll get
Yeah,
destroyed
I
by
don't
it.
trust-
You'll get...
Yeah, I'm just gonna go fucking Drella, Athene's like boy.
Because
Okay. Champ Select has completed, folks. I am Gander. I'm going to be your commentator for this game because sometimes the player chat is just a little bit too chaotic to be able to follow. So I decided to let them handle the picks and bans portion of the commentary. And I will take care of the game, and we'll see how this goes because we're learning how to restream together, folks. In this game, this is going to be game 2 of a best of 3 series. It is going to be between Counter Argument Kills Efficiency and Clueless. Clueless is currently up 1-0 in this series, so they need one more to advance on to the finals, and if they lose, then we go to a game 3. To introduce the two teams, Counter Argument Kills Efficiency, which is abbreviated as CAKE. We have Zolkloss playing as Leona, Arc-Et playing as Ahri, Make You Revive playing as Talon, Rethel playing as Janna, and Double Life playing as Vayne. On the other team, on Clueless's team, we have Half-Hearted playing as Anivia, Aparkhurst playing as Jarvan IV, BB Pop playing as Vi, High Peoples, also referred to as Popples and various other things including Peoples in the name. He is playing as Cassiopeia, and we have Ro4 playing as Irelia. I am one out of one of your commentators. I am Gander, and we are going to be following the player Aparkhurst's stream of this game as the spectator client is having some issues. So as a result, one of the players happens to be streaming this game, and we are going to be following that camera point of view. Now, being a player's point of view, there are going to be a few things different in this game as opposed to other games of League of Legends that you may have seen commentated in a competitive environment. You will not be able to see through the enemy fog of war, obviously, is one thing that you would notice very quickly. It looks like Aparkhurst is having a little bit of a computer chug issue frame rate thing going on. We'll see what's up with that. Oh, he's dropping some frames, he says in the chat. Now, Aparkhurst knows we're watching the restream in on him. Hopefully it'll clear up in a little bit there, and we'll be able to watch things normally. We will be able to see what this player ranks up skill-wise, purchase order, things like that, in a much more involved, in-depth way than we would normally be able to do with a spectator cam. Maybe I'll be able to focus a little bit more of my commentary towards this game. This is something that happened last tournament where the spectator client was not working very well, and we had to follow a player point of view. And it seems to work out okay. We got a pause being thrown down, and from Zalkloss, maybe that will buy some time for the lag and frame rate to work out. We'll see what it is that's going on. So we see, first thing is that Aparkhurst decides to skip Golden Aegis off the bat. Not going to take that into the first fight. And you do get your you get your level 4 pretty quickly, so yeah, we'll see if he picks it up right away. It looks like Zalkloss has to do a little bit of a relog, a little bit of a disconnect issue, and that is the reason for the pause. So he's taking 2 points in the queue first there. Some of them boots, Kindle Gem, pots, a little bit of a durable starter for the beginning of this game. Sigma and Flash exhaust there. Let's see. Talking about Guild Wars 2 in the all chat there. I also want to say thank you to Fancy Wolf in the chat for answering some of the questions that have been popping up in the Twitch chat. For anyone not familiar with him, he is a high-level competitor and commentator of League of Legends Dominion, who's been around for quite a long time. So pay attention to things that he says, because a lot of good information could come from that guy. Looks like the game has been unpaused now. A couple seconds before we get things going here, and there we go, off to the races, as it were. I guess I should come up with a better thing to say than that, because that's an old, tired phrase. We need to come up with something new. Here we go, boys, or something like that. I don't know. I'm open to suggestions. Both teams heading off towards the top. Parker's frame rate still kind of choking a little bit. We'll see how it goes. People's cutting in the middle there. Wants to do a little bit of check, maybe get a little bit of damage in on people, not people, his opponents rather. Parker's starting for the capture there, and Half Hard not quite able to land that first hit. Anivia's skill shots are powerful but slow. Vayne getting a little bit of chip damage in. See BB Pop charging up the fist there, taking a look around, and see he did take that Golden Aegis at 4 there. Stun gets land on double life, but they don't follow that up. Everyone's standing out of the way. Parkhurst can't quite line up an airborne. Manages to tag Rathel with it, but I think he got the worst end of that trade. A little bit of a GameStop trade there. And nice tag on Talon. He is forced to flash back out. Parkhurst dives through, picks up that kill. Good work on them. Vayne flashback. They're going to turn their attention around onto Zalkloss. And no, there we go. The Twin Fang picking it up. Peoples, there we go. See, Parkhurst breaks off, goes back to get the capture. Takes control of the tower for the team. Once that objective secured, see him turn around and start heading back in. Good wall by Half Hard, blocks Rathel from being able to get away. Solid. Now let's see how this plays out from here. Parker's actually going to go for the capture here. Maybe he's going to force a revive in the process or get a free neutral. We will see. Double life moving up. So he's going to go there, tag that speed shrine. He's going to break away to the north, go through towards the speed train. No, he's going to actually hang out there. Looks like he still has some health and mana. He wants to play. You do have one revive that you need to use before level 14, so you can afford to take a little bit of risk early on, because you don't want to waste that charge over the course of the game. Cutting in there. Oh, people stepping out, revealing himself. They get caught in Janna's airborne, denies that push. Zalclaw's there, but his damage is actually quite a far distance away from him. Talon does manage to get through to Aparkhurst, puts a little bit of hurt on him, but then turns around and backs away because Talon's kind of squishy. Seeing Half-Hard move up. You got the 2 damage dealers in the back. No big mix-up. Wall denies some of their approach a little bit. Twin Fang going on. Stun does not land. Leona is able to get away. Seeing him picking up the... Looks like he's going to go for the sweeper. Going to use that to combat Talon. Or just because it's a good item to have on a melee AD character that uses mana. He does have stats that J4 would like if he's going for a little bit more tanky or durable role. And its use in being able to reveal Talon is very, very useful. So you're going for a down-the-lane gank, forcing Arc back right into High Peoples. Talon there as well. Talon does very well against Cassiopeia. And Parkhurst can do the check. Scouts it out, sees there's no one there, moves up. Finds Talon. Aegis goes down. And they don't really have too great of a position here. Do a little bit of damage to make you revive. Sweeper not available yet because it's not completed. Oh, 6 stun from Peoples. Box him in. That's what's up. Fill that with miasma. People taking damage. Rathel able to heal a little bit of that back up. But unfortunately, the way that they engaged there, they kind of had a 3.5 v4. Or by that speed shrine. They got a good cataclysm, but they weren't really able to take full advantage of it. Yeah, sure, the miasma got thrown down in there, but Cassiopeia, this early in the game, doesn't really have a lot of items damage going for her. So it wasn't quite the unmitigated disaster that probably could have been otherwise. Seeing Half-Hard flying away up there. BB Pop put a little bit of hurt on Ahri here. Ro4 wants to catch up. There's that slam dunk with the suppress. Irelia picked up the KB. Good setup. Had to burn the ult to get it, though. Bottom point was turned over by minions, which is going to make it easy for Irelia to take control of the tower there, the bottom lane. So you guys are going to have to pay attention to the mini-map a little bit here because I do not have camera control. Seeing Half-Hard hanging around up at the top part of the map, staying hidden off the map in the bush, and he's actually going to go for the recall here. Probably has some money to get an item. So we're going to have a Parkhurst around here. He's just playing Spot. He's playing Watch, Scout, whatever you want to call it. Heading down to the bottom part of the map. Make Revive is under the tower. Good. Airborne. In. Takes out Talon. Does not have his Cataclysm available yet. Seeing Talon come back with the Revive. And this point, very well defended here. High Peoples with the AoE damage is able to sweep the minions off it very, very easily so they can't get a slow minion push going in order to be able to neutral it. Taunt there lands on a Parkhurst. Not too worried about it. Got that Aegis floating. Zalclaw's looking for him. Takes some damage from Cassiopeia. A little bit further up the map. Looks like they have picked a fight. Vayne coming around the back is going to help swing that in the enemy's favor. Now, is Aparkhurst going to show up in time to save this? Half-Hard is not being focused at all, so he is going to pop up from that egg and get a little bit more damage in. Stun from Leo comes down. Looks like Half-Hard is about to run out of lives here. He does manage to get back away. Throws down a Glacial Storm. Picks up Vayne in the process. Wolfer's presence here. It seems like it has helped him out. Wall goes down. Airborne lands on Half-Hearted, and he is eventually going to fall there. But Parkhurst was able to set up and delay for Half-Hearted to come back to life. And that mix-up there, no clear winner there. But because Clueless had the better map control, even though that fight was sort of 50-50, it was kind of ambiguous of who won or lost there, with it kind of canceling out, they didn't have an option to push. They didn't win hard enough to be able to push out from that. The map position, though, with that mix-up, did end up costing them the bottom point, but they're in a safe spot to pick up the top. So a little bit of a swap going on. Half-Hearted, ooh, throwing that over the wall. That's gonna be on cooldown now. And maybe his cooldowns are a little iffy there. Parkhurst was able to secure the windmill for the team, so back in sort of a normal 3 cap on the right, 2 cap on the left, and or vice versa. Usually the way we see things going. And Leona being distracted by a Parkhurst. BB Pop is able to secure the Storm Shield. Jen's airborne down briefly. Oh, he goes through. Does he want that? Oh dear. Vayne looks delicious right now. Parkhurst chasing one way. Vi could not get out the other direction. Everyone else is on the opposite side. Parkhurst through the wall. J4 is right on through. Wants to catch these guys from behind. Ahri comes up from the bottom. So there's 5v4 here. Irelia not making the push. Maybe she didn't see that. Yeah, there we go. Irelia does go for it now. has learned that Ahri is up there. Ahri returns to the bottom, is going to be able to deter that. Clueless falling back. Aparkhurst low on health, can't really make a play there. And let's take a look at what's going on over there. He's going to come back from that recall. I had to wait a little bit for health and an item. Still alive up there. Half-Hearted picks up a KB. That's good. Talon getting that tower. It looks like they're not going to be able to get up there to interrupt him in time, but if they kill their way around him, then they can just dive in on Talon and not have any care of them. Stun lands, double life, gets sent back onto base. So Talon was able to secure the top part of the map. However, his not being involved in that fight, did that affect the outcome of that? The answer is possibly. No, the recall! He's not going to make the recall out in time. Wants to get a little bit of damage in. So losing his allies, he did get the point, but then he's immediately swept off of it. Point turns around. Not a lot of gain there. A little bit of Nexus health damage dealt, but for overall control, kind of on losing end. Ro4 down the bottom part of the map. Aparkhurst checking out, sniffing around the middle bushes. Such sniff. Wow. Amazing. Moving up to the top there. Solar Flare lands in on Half-Hearted. Parker's not able to show up in time to interrupt that. Throws down the Cataclysm. Is going to help keep BB around on the targets a little bit there. They are able to take down Janna. Follows through to Vayne. Peoples' presence coming into that fight helps them win it. And things seem to be pretty stacked down at the bottom. Irelia, Ahri. Nothing looking too scary there. Irelia's health is fine. Now J4 heading up to that speed shrine. I'm going to take off heading towards the opposite one. Tags that out. Goes for the capture. Backs off of that. Using that just to force positioning, really. J4 is on through the wall. And Talon dives in. Immediately takes some damage from Aparkhurst's Jarvan there. He wants to stay stuck to Anivia, wants to try and take out Anivia best he can. Tries to retreat one direction. People's wisely staying back out of the way. He doesn't want to get too close to anyone with an instant ability like Talon's Cutthroat, he would have died. Looks like he is going to go for that recall now. People's had mana. He might have been able to contribute there a little bit, but he took the safe play instead. Get a recall, head back up to the top at full hit points and mana. And go for things. Irelia dies in the bottom lane. And got a neutral out of it in the process. Irelia comes back before Ahri is able to make a push. So a little bit of gain for the team there. Still in control of the windmill, still winning the game. Very respectable Nexus health lead, up by about 300 points. Great position for them to be in. If they keep this up, they should be able to bring the game home just fine. A little bit of taunt action down there. Heading through in the middle of the map. Going for Zalklaus. Solar Flare lands. Not so great things here. Vayne goes down. A lot of AoE damage going. Are they going to be able to clean it up? Yeah, absolutely. Look at that. Quadra kill for Half-Hearted's Anivia. Get into that area. They all stacked in on Vayne. Not Vayne, excuse me. They all stacked in on Vi. While they were busy beating up Vi, they just... a glacial storm and miasma everywhere. Lots of damage. Swept it. Awesome. BB Pop putting those fists to work on Ahri. Got that 4 cap because that quadra kill. Half-Hearted making it happen. Taking just a little bit of damage there. Has the shield though, so is not suffering crazy effects from that. And oh dear, double lifed, airborne. Get that flash through. Wants to pick up Jarvan. They are able to do so. Picking up a Maw. High Peoples does take down Vayne in the process. Top is completely open. No, not quite. Vi is still in the area. Her presence, people are going to kind of go and chase her instead of making that push for the windmill. We're going to have Cassiopeia and Jarvan going to get there in plenty of time to be able to hold on to that. Bottom point currently in no danger of being captured for the next few seconds. 1, 2, 3 people down there. They'll be able to delay and raise a fuss for a little while. It looks like this game is in the bag, and Clueless is going to be taking the 2-0 victory here and we're going to see them in the finals. See how this last couple of fights play out. Actually, they're leaving the top completely open right now, but they're kind of coming down for a blender in that bottom part of the map. If Vi comes back to life, she's going to head up to the top there. Oh, don't live with the tumble out! Aparkhurst wants to finish him off, does manage to get through. Oh, that knockback! And that stun. Double lift is staying alive, but no one able to get a tower, unfortunately. And the victory is going to go to Clueless. Go ahead and turn the player audio back on. And there's music,
The
so
game
yes,
has crashed.
yes, I agree.
What the?
I don't like the music. It makes YouTube barf.
But the
I've been playing so much, I
Bird is the
forgot
word.
that it always crashes at the end of the game for no reason.
Oh,
I finally
20k.
beat Hafen damage tonight, so I'm retired. I'm happy.
Well,
Because tonight's challenge of putting in the work for the team has gone to fucking Hafen fucking Parky the whole time. I've just been here. I've just been a guy doing my job.
And we're going to go ahead and cut to a commercial or in between break, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and cut to that, and then we will be back with the next game in a few moments.